Absolutely.
And I'm sure you saw Conor Ben's last fight with Eubank Jr. What did you think about that fight?
I thought it was amazing. I thought it was a great performance. I was very I was intrigued. That's for sure. I was definitely intrigued, and I thought both fighters did a very good job.
That was some great boxing, man. That's what people want to see, man. Those guys were getting it.
Yeah, yeah. Unlike Cinco de Mayo weekend, that didn't pan out so well.
That's what I was gonna get to next. Actually, actually, in comparison, of course, Devin Haney had a horrible performance against Ramirez, and you said, and I quote, "Dev looks like the biggest pussy in boxing."
Yes,
Elaborate for the boxing fans of Blair the Flair. What about Haney looked like such a cat out there?
he just looked like a coward. And he looked like a coward. He didn't face his opponent at all. He just ran around trying to hit and just not really hitting. Just he threw the least amount of punches that's ever been thrown, like possibly in history. And it
Mhm.
was just kind of it was a ridiculous way to come back and then he wants to make the comeback in 47, and it just didn't look good at all. I mean, yeah, he got some good feet on him, but that's all he's doing is dancing. Like that's all he's doing is just running around looking like an amateur in a professional ring. Yeah, I mean, and it just
Yeah.
didn't look very well. So yeah, like the most exciting man in boxing gave Devin Haney an official title, an official belt, and that belt is called the biggest pussy in boxing.
Heck yeah. And Devin, he actually just posted a video of him buying jewelry from Benny, the jeweler. For me, this is a bad look, Blair the Fair.
I
This
mean,
makes
all
me
of it was
think,
bad. All
yeah,
of it was bad.
this makes me think they were more worried about the payday more than putting on an actual performance. What do you think about that?
Absolutely. They were worried about the payday. They were worried about their they were worried about just like, oh, we don't want you to lose at all. We can just run around this guy forever, the whole time. You don't even have to stay still for a second and think you're going to get hurt. And the thing is, that was a cowardly way of fighting. And the thing is, it didn't show that he got any better. It just showed that he just can. How much of a pussy can he be in a time like this where boxing needs excitement? You have somebody like Turkey Al Sheik that wants excitement out of what he's providing and putting
Mhm.
on the biggest show. And for them to have a comeback fight that both of them didn't look very good at all, but especially Devin Haney. Like I would rather Devin Haney risk getting his head knocked the fuck off
Same.
to prove that he's back and better than ever before. To prove that he's not afraid to exchange. To prove that he's still like, well, is actually a man instead of a pussy. But he didn't prove that. What it proved was that like his daddy did everything for him. You know what I mean? He listened to his daddy, and his daddy said, "Please don't get hit again, kid, because I can't see you getting knocked the fuck out again." And like the thing is, that's just kind of
Mhm.
what it was. That guy that he fought obviously was not able to hit him. But what's his name? Ramirez.
Yeah, Jose Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez is not a great opponent. You know what I mean? Like he was an easier opponent than Rolly. Rolly would have knocked fucking Devin Haney head right the fuck off. You couldn't do that to Rolly.
Definitely that
You know what I
night.
mean? Like I respect Ryan for facing Rolly than Devin facing Ramirez. And then laugh about the fucking loss. Laugh and joke and say hoo hoo ha ha and fucking go out and buy extravagant jewelry and like stunt and acting like you somebody when you really just a bitch. And that's just horrible, man. Because that like is bad for boxing. And that's the problem. Like all of this stuff that's happening is bad for boxing. And people like Turk Yalashik want to see greatness, and you can't see greatness if you're just so afraid of like going through some fire, you know.
Right, I agree wholeheartedly, Blair the player. I think they was outside of Rowley. I honestly think all of them were more concerned with the payday, which leads me to my next question. Because Teofimo Lopez put on a great performance against Barbosa, but Tim Bradley just said that Tio still doesn't deserve praise because he could have knocked Barbosa's head off and he was still stepping off of the gas and taking it easy on him. What do you think about what Tim said about Tio? Do you think he was taking this too easy too and coasting?
I think Tim is always going to be right in many cases, because he doesn't sugarcoat anything.
Same.
But the whole thing is this: Teofimo Lopez, he did a great job with the low subpar opponent that Golden Boy